Guys, I think MSTY is finished. Check this. Today it went down about 9%. It closed at 7.55. So that's below $8. As you remember, MSTY was one of the ETFs that survived the reverse split, because last week YieldMax ETFs announced that they're going to do reverse split for a bunch of ETFs, including Ulti. But this ETF, I was surprised it was spared. And there was a bunch of reason behind that. But all in all, we see this ETF keep crashing. The bad thing is that not only it does go down in price, but also it keeps paying lower and lower distributions. I'm going to show you how much they have declared that they're going to pay for this ETF on Friday. One of the important things I'm going to show you is the reason why the underlying stock, which is strategy itself, keeps falling, because that will tell us a lot about the health of this ETF if you're an investor who is investing in MSTY. The price within these 52 weeks has been between $7.37, which was the lowest. I believe that was actually today. You can see here 7.37 days range. And the highest within 52-week range is 44.20. So this is just within a year. Volume was a little higher, around 11 million, so closer to 12 million. But on average, MSTY has always been trading around 10 million. So MSTY wasn't the only ETF that went down. There are other ETFs that went down, but most ETFs that crash badly have a relation to a strategy stock itself. For example, MSST, this is a brand new ETF that came out yesterday, and this is from YieldMax. Is an ETF that would have a little bit different strategy, is going to have a target of 25% yield. And I made a video about this ETF. If you want to know more details about this, just make sure you check the link below. Another ETF that went down is Ulti. This is from RexShare, and this ETF has been coming down. It went down about 72 cents, about 4%. It started about 25. So it has crashed just like Ulti. So I don't know how this will end up being in terms of price. But Ulti from YieldMax, we know this ETF has been doing bad and it keeps coming down, and now is at $4.02. And soon in December, this ETF will be reverse splitted and is going to have 1 to 10. So it all depends on how much it's going to be at that day. So for example, if it ends up being at $4, 4 times 10, that would be $40 per share. MSTR strategy stock itself, which is the underlying stock for MSTY, went down $20.30, or about 10%. Very bad. TDAC and TSPY, these are two ETF from Tapa Alpha, and as I've mentioned, one of the best income ETFs. However, their yield is very low, and that's why some people would stay away from them because of the yield. But when it comes to performance, they are one of the best because they start around 25 for this one and this one. And as you can see, they haven't lost much NAV, even though the market hasn't been that great for the past week. But there's some other ETFs that did really well. For example, QDTE, this is zero day to expiry cover call ETF NASDAQ. It was up and right now is at 34. TEST, this is a Tesla from YieldMax. It's one of those brand new ETFs that came out yesterday. There's a Tesla, there's NVIDIA, and there is MSST. This is a MicroStrategy. Out of these three, strategy went down because of the underlying, but the rest, Tesla was up. It started around $50, so it hasn't lost that much. And NVIDIA, of course, is still strong. It went up about 2%. These three ETFs, I made a video about them yesterday. So I'm going to be tracking the performance of these ETFs going forward and see if they will be any good as compared to other single stock ETFs from YieldMax. And if you don't want to miss that, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you like this content, as always, smash the like button and share with someone you think this video might help. All right, let's go to strategy stock itself. I want to see something here. We know strategy stock has been between 181.73 to 543, and it has been going down for the past 6 months. But when we look at the valuation of this stock, a lot of analysts are believing that this stock right now is undervalued. As you can see here, the 1 year price target is at 517. So if this analysis comes to fruition, then if you buy at these prices, meaning you're going to triple your money. I know a lot of you are not interested to buy this underlying stock, but I'm talking about MSTY because if this ETF triple in price, then of course MSTY will at least double in prices. This is just a stock prediction based on analysis and numbers that these analysts have right now. Why MicroStrategy went down today? There's an update here. Strategy's convertible bonds might be becoming an issue. Formerly known as MicroStrategy, now yield nearly 8% as investors show some concern about the company's ability to pay off the bonds in 2028. So there's an issue that they might not be able to pay. They are too levered. So these, of course, trigger that fear and you saw that sell off. This is just one of the news, but as you know, MicroStrategy has always have huge coverage in investing world. All right, another update is YieldMax has announced distributions for Group 2. Ex-date and record date is November 20th, which is tomorrow, and they are going to pay November 21st, Friday. This is how much they paid for each ETF. I'm going to scroll and you can see how much they paid. Fiat going to pay 125%, but we know fiat is very low in price. That has crashed, and that's why the yield is very high. The other one is Hims and Hers. They're going to pay 111.63 cents. And of course, this ETF also has gone down in price. Robinhood ETF is going to pay 79 cents or 77%. And we know Hoi is one of the best performing YieldMax ETFs. It has done really well. MSTY will pay 14 cents, or if you round up, it's about 15 cents. So this is the lowest they have ever paid. I'm going to show you in MSTY distribution history, but the yield is a little bit higher, of course, because we know the price has come down, and that's why it's about 93%. And when it comes to return of capital, 24% of that 15 cents will come from return of capital. And the other ETFs that paid higher here was Reddit at 76%, SMCY 100%, but all these ETFs are really down in price. And Winter will pay 125, and XYZY will pay 9 cents, round up to 10 cents, and that's 78%. So as you can see, there's a blend of higher yielding paying ETFs and lower yielding pay ETFs. Some of these have higher yield because of their share prices have come down a lot. And when it comes to return of capital, it's pretty much a blend between 0 to 100%. Looking at MSTY distribution history, this time is the lowest they have ever paid. Since they start paying weekly distributions, the first time is 60 cents, 21 cents, 19 cents, 16 cents, 16 cents. This is 14 cents. So you can see it keeps coming down. And this is to be expected because the lower the price goes, the lower the implied volatility, and therefore the lower the distribution. So you have to keep looking at MSTY price. If you see MSTY price keeps coming down, you know for sure they are not going to pay high distributions. The last ETF will be Round Hill. XDTE, QDTE, and RDTE will pay 27 cents, 22 cents, and 25 cents. Ex-date and record date for these three ETFs will be on Thursday, November 20th, and pay date will be on Friday as usual. So guys, that's all I have for today. I just wanted to keep you in a loop with what's going on with MicroStrategy stock, which of course impacts MSTY, and also I wanted to give you a quick update on YieldMax ETFs distributions and also Round Hill. And if you have stayed with me till the end of this video and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to this channel and also give me a like. That will be much appreciated. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next video. Bye bye.